Welcome to the Floyd Show. We'll begin in 60 seconds.
Take the day off with me. Come and take it off with me. Take the day off with me. Take the day off. Get on trap team. Trapping with my friend right here. That's what I say. The best Jacks, they ain't up to nothing. Everybody loves it with me. Okay, yeah. When mom cut off the welfare, I was there. Holding you down, mama. Holding you down. When it left you alone, I was there. Everybody knows I was there. You wanna call me out now? Still loving you like I'm loving the sound. Yes, I'll still be there. Them found ass niggas ain't here right now. Who loves you now? And who loves you now? And who loves you now? Take the day off with me. Take the day off with me. Take the day off with me. Take the day off. Take the day off with me. Maybe the whole fucking year. Oh, Leon, bitch, I'm fucking prepared. This is my love song when I'm drunk off the beer. I love you, bitch. I'm the.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Floyd Show. And again, I am lagging. What is up with that? Let me restart this. There we go. I don't know why StreamYard's doing that. It's hanging up. It's got an issue. Anyway, welcome to the Floyd Show. As always, I'm your host, Fearless Floyd. And one of the things I was going to tell you about, and I forgot in the video I just did. I've done a lot of legal work for a lot of people. And I try to tell people over and over and over, by the time you find me and you've watched one of my videos, and you're like, oh, I need to call that guy. By the time that I talk to you on a phone, you need a life and death trauma surgeon. And not everybody's like that, but the majority of them are that don't know me, because the ones that know me, continually reach out. But these new folks, and some of the worst stories, and I've heard, remember I used to do sex assault cases for people and had to read that horror story garbage. But as far as, when it comes to the family, horror stories, when it comes to a valuable estate, and I've seen it all. I've seen notary fraud where the notary was best friends with the sibling that's out there that's now controlling the state, who may have the position of the executor or executrix of the estate, depending on their gender. I guess the executive person now, I don't know, or she, him, wit. See, that's why I hate all that garbage. Can't be simple. The good old days. But anyway, it's always about the estate. And it's when there's valuable assets in the estate, especially assets that can easily be turned to cash, whatever that looks like, whether it's grandma's jewelry, dad's classic car collection, dad's gun collection, mom's antiques, precious metal. I mean, it just goes on and on. I mean, I've heard it all, seen it all, and it's grotesque when the siblings, the heirs, the beneficiaries, whatever you want to call them, some of it is deliberate, I mean, I've literally heard that, they've definitely sped up the process of death for their parents to, yeah, I'm telling you, folks, it's unbelievable what people will do for money, a valuable estate. I dated a girl. I know, you know, people are so shallow. I dated this girl. Nobody warned me about her before I dated her, and I mean, this is people that I knew before I even knew her that were mutual friends, but knew her better than I did, and never told me. She killed her mom for her mom's estate. Her mom became, invalid, and she had to have home care. And she's like, yeah, well, maybe I'll just give her an extra couple of these and a few of those. And I mean, I like those black ones and speckled ones. They're pretty. She'll like those too, huh? Yeah. So I've seen it all. And I try to tell everybody, I don't give a crap where you go get your trust or how you set it up or whatever like that, but you should protect it. I give you free advice how to utilize anti-counterfeit, anti-fraud measures, utilizing, okay, archival instruments, all the different products that you would need. I've done individual videos, on all of this stuff. And when I hear these stories and, these folks call me up and it's like, hey, what can I do? Well, where is it at in, the stage of the estate? Sometimes I'm beneficial. I hope I am. But for the most part, I try to be as beneficial as I can to guide them to wherever I can assist most. Sometimes it's a wash. It's a done deal. It's too far gone to salvage. And the Roger Hilligus / Stuart Hanty story is a perfect example of an innocent person getting dragged into a family nuclear war, basically. And that's a whole nother story. But part of that is, I do talk to folks, and sometimes, these estates are so large, so valuable, that if the other party does get access to it, that now, unless you've got a small fortune to divest into trying to beat that fraud and corruption, it's probably going to get all taken. But all that can be prevented at the get-go. Now, I say this because a lot of my peers, my age group, have parents that are getting dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, a whole host of strokes, where they're losing their cognitive abilities, some physically, some mentally, some both. So if they have a valuable estate, maybe the children just never got along, and now, hey, guess what? But if you didn't have an ironclad will in place that's nobody can counterfeit, it's witnessed, it's registered, no ifs, ands, buts about it. Same thing with the trust. And those people's like, oh yeah, I was visiting with a old friend of mine, known him 26 years now. I met him when I was doing the car business. He was one of the, they did everything, mechanics, body, paint at his shop. They didn't do upholstery. They replaced interior stuff pretty much all around. That's when I met him, and I've known him ever since and use him all the time and recommend him highly. And it is what it is. But I was talking to him today, face to face. He's like, "Yeah, I need to talk to you because he finally sold his business. Now he needs to know. Now what do I do, Floyd?" Oh, okay, called the right guy. So he's like, I go, well, have you set your trust up yet? And he goes, trust? No. goes, that's what I got you for. I gave you a book. He goes, what book? I go, I gave it to you. And then your son said he was going to borrow it and bring it back the next day. And I know he didn't. You knew he wouldn't. You even said he wouldn't bring it back. And you totally forgot. So what's up? He goes, but I'm going to have my attorney do it. And I'm like, your attorney? No. That's not, absolutely not who you want. Okay. He goes, but he's my best friend. I'm like, okay, you say so. I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you otherwise. If you have full faith and credit in that individual to set your trust up, and I don't know the value of the estate. I don't know how much you sold your business for. I don't know what you're worth. Have no idea. But that's just, to me, not a good idea. I would set it up yourself. I could set it up for you, and I have those strings attached. That's your deal. You need to find out who you want to be a trustee, or if you want to be the trustee, and then figure out who your heirs and beneficiaries are. You can roll like that. But definitely, he's going to have to get a will, and he doesn't even know anything about any counterfeit wills. But guess what? Ding, 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 ding. Because I already know his son, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say he has a son who didn't bring back his trust book. Those are the facts without saying anything. So there you go. And I don't know if there are many more heirs or beneficiaries. We didn't even discuss any of that. But the point being is there's a scintilla that there could possibly be something down the road if you didn't take preliminary precautions. So that's what I urge everybody to do, is take preliminary precautions. If you have not protected your estate for your children, your nieces, nephews, your charity, your church, that's your choice, what you want to do with your assets, your estate. But don't get, it's your will to have something done, right, with your estate, whatever that looks like, however you want to break it up or not break it up or donate it or whatever. Give it away. It's your choice. But that's your will. It's not the state's. It's not the heirs. It's not the beneficiaries. It's not the executor or executrix over the will. It's yours. So you need to make sure that your will is ordained, right? And you need to protect yourself. So that's why I tell everybody, get you a trust, set you up a trust, learn how to run a trust. If you don't know how to run it, get somebody to help you. You do not have to buy it from me. You do not have to buy the books. You do not have to take the classes. We gave you the free 20-part series. You can go watch that. We make it affordable. There's something coming up on the horizon with that group. That's why Ann and I are promoting this. She's writing more books because we have more things coming to add to the table. It's not just mine and Ann's stuff. These are other parties that are already existing and operating. But it's going to be one harmonious package we put together. So basically, you'll join this group, and you'll have all these textbooks. It's just like learning anything. It's like going back to high school. Oh, but you're going to private school. So there you go. I might even name it that. Who knows? But that's what I did encourage everybody to do. If you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, you got parents up there in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, even the 90s. They're still kicking it. You need to go check their paperwork, make sure that everything is A-okay. So when the day does come, that you are prepared already. It's okay. Sam, mom died, but hey, we're ready to move on. Everything's taken care of. Because I had a trust, I got that health care, I got end of life expenses paid for through that bond I got through Wesley over there, right? That's how it's going to work. So just, stay tuned, hang in there, and protect yourself, protect your assets, protect your family, protect your heirs, your beneficiaries, and by all means, protect the trust. I could give you a litany of the different ways, but the most beneficial way is for you to learn how to create a trust, operate a trust. So even if you assign a trustee to run the trust for you, or you hire a family office to do it for you, you're not ignorant. You're not going to get taken advantage of. You're going to know what the hell you're doing. Okay. You're just letting somebody else do the day to day bullshit. You're still the CEO. Don't ever for a minute doubt that. Because you're the grantor. Remember, you're the one who can assign who can do what. You're the one that sets up the terms and conditions. So that's why I tell everybody, set a trust up, set it up yourself, learn how to do it. If you are, you have the means and you've done what you're supposed to do, you'll be able to afford a family office that will take care of the trust for you, be able to invest for you. And this is something we're putting together. It's, it's going to take some time, but we're on it. This is, it's from not just Wesley, it's from a team. It's the auto bond, the renters and homeowners insurance bond, and the health bond. And he calls it assurance. And it's not just Wesley. I know all the parties involved. There's 4 of them. I've spoken to all 4. Met one face to face. Had 2 on my show. So there you go. But yeah, that's something we're working on once we put it all together for you. We're having a Zoom November 5th. Wesley, myself, and this other group. And I'm going to have a Zoom with Wesley and his group sometime. I don't know. He's setting all that up. And, we're going to have a meeting of the minds, get everything together and figure out, how we can make this thing a small community. Remember, we're not looking for 100 people. Okay. I don't want to take care of 100 people. They don't want to take care of 100 people. We're looking for quality people who know what the hell they're doing. Most of them should already have their trust up and running, their non-interest bearing bank account, of course, your EIN, all of that. That's what we're looking for. Somebody take that next step that knows what they're doing. They've been running their trust. For all those that you new and want to learn, we'll get you up to speed and then you can come on. But for this first, group that's going to take everything forward, it has to be small and it has to be, a knowledgeable group that completely comprehends all facets of what's going on, because not all these groups understand what's going on in these other groups. So we're taking 1, 2, 3 groups and putting them together and making one. So while some of us have been learning similar stuff, we haven't been learning the same stuff. So everybody's got to, get all caught up on the same page. So we can't have somebody that's never done a trust, never written a bill of exchange, doesn't know anything about how the bond process works. We can't ride that curve to get you up to our knowledge to get the first thing jumping. So, but we will have, a place for you where you can come and you can catch up and get up the curve as fast as possible. And it will be at everyone's pace. We're not telling everybody, okay, boom, 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 boom. We try to make it, like that as much as possible. And, that's a bittersweet deal in the whole thing, just because it doesn't force you to learn it. And sometimes people fall off and they just, got a completed trust and they just don't do anything with it. Never done any minutes, never did a Schedule A, filed any assets, done gift deeds, transfer deeds, investments, it just goes on and on. So that's it. That's pretty much all I can tell you about, a notary being fraudulent, working with them to get part of the estate, hey, I really don't want my dad's 2018 Mercedes E55 AMG. Just don't want it, don't like it. But I'm going to give it to you if you forge this paperwork for me. You just backdate this and we'll change the will up and, then it'll be all mine. Here, I'll sign the title over to you. That kind of stuff. Or the attorney, working out some deal with that family member. And remember, this goes so far as to taking functional parents or parents and, accelerating whatever, they may be dealing with to the point where, okay, I need to get them out of the house now, put them in assisted living so I can go sell that house or rent it out. That way I have income coming in and it'll take care of my apartment, or I want to move in the house, whatever that looks like. You just never know. That's why I tell everybody, man, be prepared. Like I said, I don't care where you go get your information, just go get it, do it. Period. End of story. Protect yourself, protect your family, protect your assets, your beneficiaries and heirs. This Sunday, I'll be back with Selwyn Jones, who is George Floyd's uncle, believe it or not. And there he is. Let me get rid of this backdrop for you. Selwyn joins. He joins me. He's got a charitable endeavor that he does. And when I say he's fighting for us all, he is. I have him on Sunday night at 8. I have no idea what we're all going into, so tune in for that. Really appreciate it. 8 Central. And put out some new books. If you haven't seen them, there's 4 of them. Irrevocable, Revocable, Dynasty Trusts, and How to Run Your Trust Like a Pro. 4 different books. They're $4.99 each. They also come with a free Fearless Floyd added bonus, so go check those out. They're in the fearlessfloydshow.com/store. Yep. Go get you one. All kind of deals in there. I'm just going to state this. Last year, I did a 12 Days of Christmas sale, but I started like on the 12th days of Christmas. I did them for real instead of doing them 12 days before Christmas Day. There's a difference. Now you know. I learned last year. Kind of shot myself in the foot. So, Halloween's coming up. I may do a 24-hour flash sale. You never know. I do get kind of insane sometimes with my little flash sales. Definitely do something in November this year for Black Friday, as well as for December into the holidays. I don't know what I'll do. I have no idea. I haven't even thought about it until just now. However, as I said, November 5th will be the collaboration, and I don't know when I will be speaking to the other party, Wesley's party, hopefully well before then. And we have to work everything out. So the store prices could change. Some prices I could see that there would be either a total elimination or the price raised. I'll just leave it at that. Because one of these other parties may have a similar program or class, and we have to offset each other just because we're bringing in separate audiences and members. Some of them already subscribed. So that's what we all have to work out. So if you see something you like, grab it. nothing will happen, I don't think, before the 5th. Well, if we get a 3-party contract all agreed to, signed, sealed, and delivered before Black Friday, I'd be surprised. But it could happen. I'm not going to say it's not. Would I be the driver to make that happen? Probably not, because I have my own legal endeavor here I'm dealing with. I'd like to get out before then, hopefully before Halloween, so I can actually have something else to do. So if you're looking for something, there you go. You can wait. You can probably catch it Black Friday. I would say by December, I would have. My goal is to have this, wrapped up in November, where we're all working together. So far everything seems to blend, but all parties haven't put their minds together to come to terms. So that's where we're at. But for the most part, tentative, yeah, without doing the final terms and conditions. So there you go. That's going to be running a special. Got books, and if you're in New Zealand and Australia and you would like Anne's On Trust books, it's not on the website yet. She's probably sent it to me. Sometimes she moves so fast, I just can't keep up with her. So I have to go back and look in our portal to see if she sent me that book. And if it is, I'll upload it. So we have, I believe, the On Trust book now with a New Zealand and Australia edition. That's good for that jurisdiction. It's an ebook only. There's no softcover book. I haven't uploaded it to Amazon yet. That's a whole other thing. So I'm busy. But anyway, there you go. Prevent trust theft, because when it comes to valuables estates, I've seen it all. There's absolutely no rules, no laws. These people, will not cross, break, whatever to get to those assets, especially assets that can get liquid real quick. Those, can I take it to a pawn shop and get rid of it right now for money? Can I put it on offer up? Or, can I do an estate sale? There you go. So make sure you're on top of things and you know what's going on. Otherwise, you could be in a position to where you have to hire somebody to do a forensic audit, okay, a financial forensic audit of the entire estate. Everything gets tied up. That's when the attorneys start making all the freaking money. And if you can't sustain that, because then it becomes a battle of attrition, who has the money to outlast the other one. That's basically what it amounts to. So the entire premise of the whole thing was to get money. Now you're giving it away. I know it makes no sense, does it? That's why I said it's insane. All the stuff I've seen. When I tell you this, I'm telling you from experience. Please listen to me. Don't believe me. Do your own research. Horror story after horror story after horror story. Problem is, a lot of these people are embarrassed and shamed, and they really don't want to put their family skeletons out there on Main Street, except on Halloween. That didn't sound right. I'm kidding. So, there you go. Prevent fraud. Get you an archived will. Buy you pins. Purchase pins that are archival pins, that are permanent, smudge proof, have archival ink that'll last forever. And if you're going to use any type of products on your instruments, try to use as much natural products. Like, don't use a polyester ribbon, use a silk ribbon. You don't want to come fake. You don't want to come counterfeit. You don't want to come fraudulent. You want to be pure and wholesome, right? There you go. Thank you, everybody. Y'all have a great weekend. God bless you all. I'll see you Sunday night. If you tune in, protect the estate. Go get you a trust and set it up. I don't care where you get it. I don't care if you steal it, borrow it, beg for it. Just get you a trust and set it up. Good night, everybody.
I come through with the style that's always never really from the block like the tick-tock don't stop. I was that shorty, you know she was non-stop. I had the hot clot, chilling like a real god. Everybody know Big Juan was a show shot. You get high with the Don, here's the real supply. You get high with the Don, here's the real supply. It goes on and on, ain't no fucking questions why. The gangster of love, get the real fucking supply. What? She came through, giving me more than I could tell you. Everybody knows the next level. I'm so clever. Take the day off. Take the day off. Yeah. Get high on your own supply. Feel like a dime when you do or die. Just get high on my own supply. Cold do or die when I'm feeling like why. Choose a dime piece. Yes, one of a kind. Holler at me, I was one of a kind. We had a bill, throw the shoes to the side. Come on, throw them shoes to the side. Take the day off with me. Come and take it off with me. Take the day off with me. Take the day off. Get on trap green. Trapping with my saying right here. That's what I say. The best St. Jack's ending up to nothing. Everybody loves it with me. Okay, yeah. When your mom cut off your welfare, I was there. Holding you down, mama. Holding you down. When it left you alone, I was there. Everybody knows I was there. You wanna call me out now? Still loving you like I'm loving the sound. Yes, I'll still be there. Them found ass niggas ain't here right now. Who loves you now? And who loves you now? And who loves you now? Take the day off with me. Take the day off with me. Take the day off with me. Take the day off. Take the day off with me. Baby, the whole fucking